Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine presented by the Navy Federal Credit Union. Time to shine the light on Navy men's basketball. Nice win over Lafayette on Monday night, 68-44. Joining us now is Greg Summers. Greg, right now you guys are locked in defensively. Take away the 5 minutes at Lehigh. You had them with 43 points with 4.5 minutes to go. You gave up 55 to Loyola on Saturday, a club that can go for 70 plus. And we know Lafayette wants to go 67 or more. What is it right now about this team that continues to lock in on the defensive end, seemingly nightly right now?
You're right. So I've said this before early in the season. A lot of the guys who have come back are honestly all experienced. We have a ton of juniors on the team who make up probably over 70% of the team. And so the big aspect here is that everybody's just locked in on their assignments. Everybody is actually just enjoying knowing that when we are locked in through whatever we do in practice, that when we come onto the court, it all translates over. And so it shows. And it's really fun to be able to be out there and defend and get stops and then be able to translate on the offensive end and execute.
You know, you talk about defense and the way the game is being taught now at the grassroots level. It's we got to be able to shoot the three, or you got to be able to dunk. I mean, you see the highlight tapes that are all out there, yet you all are proving that defense wins games. And you're obviously in a sole possession of second place right now in a very tough upper half of the Patriot League. How tough is it to get buy-in from guys on the defensive end right now in basketball?
I mean, honestly, for anybody who plays basketball, being locked in defensively takes a lot out of you. It's it's all effort, and it's all effort and energy and focus. And so coming off of long days of class and being able to come into the gym and not only be able to work on our offense and our plays, but to be able to know who you're guarding and what you need to do when you're defending them, it takes a lot. But it also comes with accountability, especially from the seniors and the juniors now. Who have been stepping up this past year.
Right now, there seems to be a lot of pride and a lot of buy-in in this basketball team. There are talented guys on your team that unfortunately can't get minutes right now just because there are so many of you playing at a high level. What value are those guys bringing to the floor, especially when they're wearing those red jerseys, simulating what the other team does, that helps you all get prepared for games right now?
They're a huge part of the team. Their effort and the level of focus that they bring enables us, the guys who are on the court, playing those minutes to be able to prepare and simulate for the actual game. So the effort and attentiveness and aggressiveness that they bring through in our practice is really what helps us out on the floor on game night.
You guys go through so much, and for people that maybe aren't necessarily, familiar, obviously with what is required of you as a student at the Naval Academy, what is required to be a Division I athlete playing in a very tough league. People may not realize it's quite possible that you come home from a game, you get back at 1 a.m. One of your guys ends up on watch at 4 o'clock in the morning, just 3 hours later. Dealing with all of this, and yet finding yourselves right now at 16-8 and 9-4 overall in the Patriot League, being able to deal with all that, trying to get that tunnel vision that you need. How do you all do that?
Well, one of the things that we're taught when we first come to the school here is like you have to learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And every moment here at school, you're going to be uncomfortable. And so being able to buy into that slogan or phrase, whatever you want to call it, has really helped all these guys here. Like our mental toughness has definitely been challenged since we've come in as freshmen, up until the point that we all are in our year at school here. But it's a lot. And like, you're right, not everybody goes through what we do go through, but at the same time, they're not going to be sorry for us for the fact that we're going through all that. And so we take that into consideration and know that at the end of the day, basketball is basketball, and school and all the other military stuff that we go through is set to the side while we're out on the floor.
A couple of plays from Monday night that kind of maybe describe what this team is. Rich goes flying over the scorer's table on one side. Deaver goes flying over the end line, saves it to John, who realizes, oh, my hip's out of bounds. I got to lean back in. gets it to him on the ground, and then gets it back out to you guys on the perimeter. You guys end up getting a bucket out of it. Is it plays like that that really describe the buy-in, where this team is and how much winning really is important to this group right now?
For sure. I mean, the guys know, like, especially last year, coming off of the loss against Loyola at the last game at home, we know how good our team is, and we know what our goal is. We want to win a Patriot League championship, and plays like that are exactly what it takes to win a championship. And like those plays really separated us from Lafayette and allowed us to make those runs down the stretch.
What's it like to have Cam there and to be able to share this experience now with him?
It's been awesome. I was able to play with him in high school for a year, and to the fact that I'm able to share this experience with him as well, and have a successful year like we are right now, and just to continue to lock in and buy into that. It's been really fun. And also to just be able to be out on the court with him, hooping every single day. It's been amazing.
Does he have a green light when he comes on the floor? Because if there's shot clock, see, this is what I love for all those guys that get in, okay, late in the ball game. As long as there's time on that shot clock, that means somebody gets to take a shot. And no one has epitomized that time better than him so far this year. If there's an open three to be had, he has knocked it down at that time.
For sure. I mean, he has the utmost confidence, and all the players and the coaches do as well. And they know whenever those guys sub in, they tell them just be aggressive. Obviously, when it comes down to a certain point in the game, like, they're going to tell them to hold the ball. But up until that point, they're like, be aggressive, move the ball, shoot it. This is your opportunity to be able to go out there and play.
You know, I was listening to some people talk this morning. Texas has got an older team. They got like 9 guys that are 23 or older. You guys are an older club. But as you look at that freshman group, there's some pretty good talent that's sitting there ready, waiting in the wings for this program to continue on and keep the level of play that you and your senior class, along with Cam Davis last year, that have really established here, isn't there?
For sure. We definitely see that, especially us as seniors. Now, like, the leadership role that we've taken not only is just on the court, but outside of the court. Like, we've really tried to buy in and also pass on that legacy that Cam Davis or Hassan Abdullah, Dom Antonelli, guys like that have passed on to us, that mindset of winning, because we know the talent that these freshman guys have. They're a great group of guys. They have the right head on their shoulders, and we're looking forward to seeing how they are down these next few years.
Have you also had to kind of explain patience to them a little bit?
For sure. I mean, any freshman, honestly, any sophomore, and sometimes as a senior, patience is something that you really need to lock into, and that just comes with focus, like the game, letting the game come to you, reading the defense, reading how they're playing you, stuff like that. For sure.
Obviously, it helps to have, I think, a few days off here. There's no Wednesday game that you have to bridge to get to this weekend. To have the rest and recovery day, obviously, you know, Tuesday, and then be able to focus in for 3 days with the Star on the line Saturday, is that a help, or would you rather have a game in between there that can kind of bridge that gap, because you know what a win will mean for this ball club on Saturday?
Yeah, well, 2 things. The first one is, like, we've played 3 games in the past 6 days, so definitely having this time off to rest and let our bodies recover is huge. I do think that's a big plus for us as a team. And then honestly, last year we played games on the weekends. We didn't have any games during the week, and so it's sort of like a nice little replay of how it was last year, to be able to play on the weekend, even though the game was yesterday, but then to just come in and this week recover, lock in on whatever assignments we have to lock in on through walkthroughs, and then get our shots up and be able to work on ourselves during the week too, leading up to the Star game.
Finally, how much of this weekend is scouting reports or just desire to be 1 point better than the other team?
I mean, honestly, it's probably both, but the coaches do all the X's and O's stuff, and we lock into what they're saying. But at the end of the day, we know, especially from the last game, how to guard these guys. And we also know at this point, after playing Lehigh, playing Loyola, and now Lafayette, we're getting a rhythm on finishing out these games, because we know we can, and we just got to go out and prove it.
Greg, appreciate the time, pal. We'll see you Saturday at West Point.
Yes, sir. Thank you.